Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're delving into a crucial topic that affects many relationships, recognizing the signs of a manipulative man. Manipulation can take various forms, from subtle emotional manipulation to overt control tactics. In this video, we'll explore the 10 telltale signs that indicate you might be dealing with a manipulative man. By understanding these signs, you can protect yourself and make informed decisions about your relationships. So let's dive in and shed light on this important subject. Sign 1. Constant gaslighting. The first sign of a manipulative man is constant gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where the manipulator distorts or denies reality to make their victim doubt their own perceptions and sanity. For example, a manipulative man might invalidate your feelings, dismiss your concerns, or twist the facts to make you doubt yourself. Why is gaslighting dangerous? Gaslighting erodes your sense of self-worth and undermines your confidence. It leaves you feeling confused, anxious, and unsure of yourself. Over time, gaslighting can lead to self-doubt, depression, and a sense of powerlessness in the relationship. To recognize gaslighting, trust your instincts and pay attention to any discrepancies between what you're experiencing and what you're being told. Seek support from trusted friends or professionals if you suspect you're being gaslit. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where your reality is respected and validated. Sign 2. Controlling behavior. The second sign of a manipulative man is controlling behavior. Manipulative individuals often seek to exert power and control over their partners, dictating their actions, choices, and even their thoughts. Controlling behavior can manifest in various ways, such as monitoring your activities, isolating you from friends and family, or dictating how you should dress and behave. Controlling behavior strips you of your autonomy and independence. It undermines your sense of agency and prevents you from living life on your own terms. In extreme cases, it can lead to emotional abuse and coercion, leaving you feeling trapped and powerless. To identify controlling behavior, pay attention to any attempts to restrict your freedom or manipulate your decisions. Establish and enforce healthy boundaries to protect your autonomy and well-being. Sign 3. Emotional manipulation. The third sign of a manipulative man is emotional manipulation. Manipulative individuals often use emotions as tools to control and manipulate their partners. They may guilt-trip you, play the victim, or use emotional blackmail to get their way. For example, they might threaten to harm themselves if you don't comply with their demands or withhold affection as a form of punishment. Emotional manipulation undermines trust and mutual respect in a relationship. It creates a toxic dynamic where one person's emotions are weaponized to manipulate the other's behavior. Over time, emotional manipulation can erode your self-esteem and leave you feeling emotionally drained and powerless. To recognize emotional manipulation, pay attention to any attempts to guilt-trip you or manipulate your emotions to gain control. Sign 4. Lack of accountability. The fourth sign of a manipulative man is a lack of accountability. Manipulative individuals often refuse to take responsibility for their actions and choices, shifting blame onto others or making excuses to avoid consequences. They may deflect criticism, deny wrongdoing, or minimize the impact of their behavior on others. A lack of accountability creates a toxic dynamic where the manipulator evades consequences for their actions, while their victims are left to bear the brunt of the fallout. It erodes trust and undermines the foundation of a healthy relationship, making it difficult to address issues and resolve conflicts constructively. To identify a lack of accountability, pay attention to any patterns of deflection, denial, or minimization in the manipulator's behavior. Establish clear boundaries and communicate your expectations for accountability in the relationship. Sign 5. Pattern of lies and deception. The fifth sign of a manipulative man is a pattern of lies and deception. Manipulative individuals often resort to dishonesty as a means of controlling their partners and avoiding accountability for their actions. They may fabricate stories, exaggerate the truth, or withhold information to manipulate the situation to their advantage. Lies and deception erode trust and integrity in a relationship, creating a climate of uncertainty and doubt. It undermines the foundation of trust upon which healthy relationships are built and leaves you questioning the authenticity of your partner's words and actions. To identify a pattern of lies and deception, pay attention to inconsistencies in your partner's stories or behavior. Keep an eye out for red flags such as avoiding direct questions, making excuses, or becoming defensive when confronted about discrepancies. Sign 6. Isolation from supportive relationships. The sixth sign of a manipulative man is isolation from supportive relationships. Manipulative individuals often seek to isolate their partners from friends, family, and other sources of support as a means of exerting control and dominance. They may sow seeds of doubt or create rifts in relationships to weaken your support network and increase your dependence on them. Isolation limits your access to outside perspectives and resources, making it easier for the manipulator to exert control over you. It leaves you vulnerable to manipulation and abuse as you become increasingly isolated and reliant on the manipulator for validation and support. To recognize isolation tactics, pay attention to any attempts to undermine your relationships with friends and family or restrict your access to outside support systems. Trust the concerns raised by your loved ones if they express worries about your relationship or notice changes in your behavior. Sign 7. Intense jealousy and possessiveness. The seventh sign of a manipulative man is intense jealousy and possessiveness. Manipulative individuals often exhibit controlling behaviors rooted in insecurity, leading to jealousy and possessiveness towards their partners. They may constantly monitor your activities, invade your privacy, or dictate who you can interact with out of fear of losing control. Intense jealousy and possessiveness indicate a lack of trust and respect in the relationship. They can lead to feelings of suffocation and isolation as the manipulator attempts to exert control over every aspect of your life. In extreme cases, they may even resort to threats or violence to maintain their grip on you. To identify signs of jealousy and possessiveness, pay attention to any attempts to control your interactions with others or dictate your whereabouts. Trust your instincts if you feel smothered or controlled in the relationship. Sign 8. Emotional blackmail and manipulative guilt. The eighth sign of a manipulative man is emotional blackmail and manipulative guilt. Manipulative individuals often use guilt as a weapon to manipulate their partners into complying with their demands or satisfying their needs. They may play the victim, make exaggerated claims of hurt or betrayal, or threaten self-harm to elicit sympathy and control. Emotional blackmail exploits your compassion and empathy, coercing you into sacrificing your own needs and boundaries to appease the manipulator. It creates a toxic cycle of guilt and obligation, leaving you feeling responsible for the manipulator's emotions and behavior. To recognize emotional blackmail, be wary of any attempts to manipulate your emotions or guilt trip you into compliance. Set firm boundaries around acceptable behavior and refuse to engage in manipulative exchanges that compromise your well-being. Sign 9. Lack of empathy and emotional support. The ninth sign of a manipulative man is a lack of empathy and emotional support. Manipulative individuals often prioritize their own needs and desires over those of their partners, showing little regard for their feelings or well-being. They may dismiss your emotions, minimize your struggles, or fail to provide the support and validation you need. A lack of empathy creates a disconnect in the relationship, leaving you feeling unheard, unvalued, and alone in your struggles. It prevents genuine emotional connection and intimacy as the manipulator prioritizes their own agenda and ego over your emotional needs. To identify a lack of empathy, pay attention to how your partner responds to your emotions and struggles. Trust your feelings if you consistently feel invalidated or dismissed in the relationship. Seek out relationships and connections where your emotions are valued and respected, and where empathy flows freely between partners. Sign 10. Manipulative love bombing and idealization. The 10th sign of a manipulative man is manipulative love bombing and idealization. Manipulative individuals often use love bombing as a tactic to overwhelm their partners with affection, attention, and grand gestures in the early stages of the relationship. They may idealize you, put you on a pedestal, and shower you with love and adoration to gain your trust and devotion. Love bombing creates a false sense of intimacy and connection, luring you into a relationship based on unrealistic expectations and promises. It sets the stage for manipulation and control, as the manipulator uses your feelings of attachment and loyalty to exploit and manipulate you. To recognize manipulative love bombing, be cautious of excessive flattery, gifts, and declarations of love in the early stages of the relationship. Trust your instincts if something feels too good to be true, or if you sense manipulation behind the grand gestures. Take your time to assess the relationship objectively and seek out genuine connections based on mutual respect and trust. Recognizing the signs of a manipulative man is the first step towards protecting yourself and reclaiming your autonomy in relationships. By trusting your instincts, setting boundaries, and seeking support when needed, you can break free from manipulation and create healthy, fulfilling connections based on mutual respect and trust. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where your needs are valued, your boundaries are respected, and your voice is heard. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on navigating relationships and personal growth. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.